everybody? What's up? It's your boy Mike, the Naughty Cruiser. It's Thirsty Thursday, Throwback Thursday, Throat Punch Thursday, Throw It Down Thursday, and another Thursday in the books before the group cruise. We are officially closing in on the 11-month mark, y'all. Officially closing in on the 11-month mark. I appreciate y'all for joining in. Listen, before we even go further, if the stream starts giving you the circle, let me know. I unplugged the Ethernet cable because I tried loading a couple websites before the show, and it was taking forever. As soon as I unplugged it, boom, they loaded. So, therefore, I need a new Ethernet cable. It's currently in the Amazon shopping cart as we speak. And, yeah, there's all of that. So, I hope you're all having a fantastic night. Let me go ahead and turn this off real quick. And then we can get to it because I am literally so far behind. I have not done what I should have done prior to the show starting. And that's on me. So I didn't pop out the pop-out chat. I didn't do any of that. And I didn't silence notifications. So now that that's silenced, let's get to the nitty-gritty. Let's get to the chat and say what's going on to Scott McNeil. He was first this week. He's the first one I saw. I'll be honest, I didn't check the chat super early. So, Scott McNeil, you take first place. Gay is in the house. Martin's in the house. Doug is in the house. Lourdes, Chuck Spencer. Both of y'all are in the house. What's going on, lover boy? Gay, Doug. I shouldn't really say that together. Gay and Doug. Dadabetic is in the house. Look at that. And he already hit it with a super chat.
Awesome! Thank you very much.
I missed it. By a millisecond, I missed it. There was a little hiccup there. Doug, Gay, Chuck Spencer, we're all in the house. Who else we got in the house? I know we got some other folks in the house. Kathy is in the house. Kathy is at Mindy's, and they are watching the live show together. So, hello, Kathy. Hello, Mindy. If you're there, hello to you as well. And Martin and Haley are in the house. Robin is in the house. Haley might not be here. Haley's feeling a little under the weather. And we'll talk about it. Let's talk about feeling under the weather. So I got a 2 days, unexpected 2-day off. So I was off of work today. I will be off of work tomorrow. And then I'm off my regular day on Saturday. But your boy came down with a real bad case of tendinitis in the foot. So the doctor pulled me out, put me on steroids. I was running 102 fever when I went to the doctor last night. They put me on steroids, and I'll be honest, it's working wonders because today it is not feeling nowhere near as bad as it was yesterday. So I got 2 days off of work, don't know what to do with myself. I cleaned up the desk, and I went and I bought me a handy-dandy Trapper Keeper because school supply is still on sale here in Florida. And all of this stuff inside is all Alaska State of Mind group cruise documents. I also went and got a tote to start putting all the Alaska stuff in as well. And then I got a shower, and now I'm here. So that's pretty much been the day so far. Went to the doctor this morning. That's good to go. Everything there is good. But I'm on the mend. Everything's good. We didn't cancel the live show. None of that. Doug says time off, time to build Lego. Doug, you are not wrong there, my friend. I got a few sets, and I just got one in the mail yesterday. Let me see if I can't grab it. So this is a set I've been wanting for a long time, and I'm a real big Van Gogh guy. So, like, my passport holder, it's all Starry Night. So, like, everything is a Starry Night. That's my real, like, one thing that I really enjoy the most. So I picked up the Starry Night set. And that's probably going to be one of the next builds in the very near future, Doug. Not to mention the closet of Lego I still got to build the Eiffel Tower. Still got to build the Titanic. I know I got the Emirates. There's still a lot that I got to build. So I might take the day tomorrow and build a few Lego sets. But let's get to the chat and say hello to some folks. Let's see what's popping off. Let's see what people are conversating about this week. Because this week we're going to talk about Star of the Seas. We're going to lay off the group cruise just a little bit, not fully. We're not going to talk about the group cruise 100%. We're going to talk about the upcoming sailing on the Star of the Seas and what I am experiencing through first impressions of all of these other vloggers and content creators that are on board that I've been seeing, because I'm super stoked that in less than 17 days, 16 days and 10 hours. I wish it was 16 hours. I will be boarding the Star of the Seas. So, what are we talking about in the chat? I missed seeing when it was posted this week. Doug, the live was posted earlier today. I didn't post it yesterday because I spent most of the night after work at urgent care getting myself checked out. Gay beat Martin this week. Saw the video and the naming ceremony on Tony's channel. That ship is amazing, and let's not get me started on his cabin. So jealous. Lourdes, I can't wait. I can't wait. I've been checking out all of the cool content. I've been seeing so much stuff. I know Royal does a bang-up buffet on embarkation day. I experienced that on Utopia, so I'm definitely going to check that out on board the Star of the Seas. And y'all know, your boy's a lobster guy. So anytime you have lobster at the buffet, I'm pretty sure I'm going to sit there until y'all close it down and take all the lobster away. Doug, your daughter's wedding's coming up, right? Is that what you guys are talking about, daughter's wedding? I still remember when we moved to Queensland from Victoria, 3738, the days we were moving into our new house. We had no air conditioning and felt like we were going to die. Hot days are the worst days. Doug's not baking. No, Doug's not doing no baking. Talking about all that good stuff. Some plaster sugar. Oh, man, y'all are just having full-fledged conversations. I enjoy that. I really do enjoy y'all having a great conversation in here. Pre-show, that's awesome. Time off, time to build Lego, no pain, huh? No, I'm not saying I don't have pain. I am not saying there is no pain at all. It was brutal. Let's talk about it, right? So this is how the day started. I got up. I was walking a little funny. I thought maybe I rolled my ankle, because this ankle that was bothering me is the same ankle that I rolled in Mykonos. If you were following along last year, we went up to the cliffside, and as I was walking, I rolled my ankle trying to go up to the lighthouse in Mykonos. It was brutal. I had to go down to medical, had to get a couple things from medical on board the ship just to be able to wrap the foot and make things better. So I thought I rolled it or got it caught up in the blanket or something along those lines. And I was just walking abnormal. So I couldn't really tell what it was. And I worked all day, 100% all day for 11 hours with this pain in my foot. So I finally decided on the way home, I was going to hit urgent care. They ruled it out as a sprain or anything like that. They ruled it out as tendonitis because I had the fever, and they said they go hand in hand. And I came home and I took the steroid right away. And today it's feeling a lot better. I can't move it side to side or left to right, so to speak, without pain, but the feathering is feeling a lot better, and I'm able to walk a little bit better. A little bit better. Got myself in an accident last Monday. Are you good, Lourdes? Everything okay? I have a great Starry Night / Star Wars design shirt. That's awesome. Is Anna in the house this week? Anna's in the house this week. Hello, Anna. Anna's going to be joining us on the group cruise to Alaska. So we're going to talk some things Alaska, because I got some more information this week, and we're going to talk some things Star of the Seas. But we're going to start off with Star of the Seas, and then we'll roll into the Alaska stuff, because the cruise after Star of the Seas is on board the Star Princess. Lourdes is okay. That's good to hear. Mike, you should mention about the tour on the train for the group cruise. I will be talking about that, Doug, because I started receiving a lot more payments for everybody. So we're definitely going to be talking about that as well. No, Chuck, I did not say that. Nope. Yeah, it was definitely a messed up pain. But yeah, things happen. It's life. It was a big reminder halfway through the day as I was dealing with it. And I was telling Chuck this. I was like, it reminds me to book my travel insurance. Folks, I usually get an annual plan through Allianz, and I haven't renewed it because the last couple of cruises have been out of the Caribbean. I know, shame on me. I still should have it, even though I'm sailing out of Florida. But I didn't have it. It expired back in May, and I haven't renewed it because I wanted to wait until we got later into the year so I can get it and let it go all the way through next year with the group cruise and all of that stuff in July of next year. So I definitely have to update that before I leave. I told Chuck today I made some changes. We were going to stay on the ship in Civitavecchia in Rome. That's not happening. I'm boarding a train, and I'm heading from Civitavecchia into the city of Rome the day we are there. $6 each way, paying for your seat. It came out to be like 24 US total for the train. We're in port from 7 a.m. to 8 or 9 p.m. So I'm not going to waste the day just hanging out in Civitavecchia. I'm going to head on into the city of Rome, do the Colosseum, something like that. But let's talk Star of the Seas, right? The biggest, baddest, newest cruise ship in the world. Martin, don't dare correct me and say it's actually smaller than Icon. I don't want to hear your hubbub, bub. But let's talk about Star of the Seas, right? Had its naming ceremony yesterday. A couple other ceremonies going on over the next few days. And this ship is one of one that I will be on of the Icon class ships. I have not sailed on board the Icon, and this will be the first time that I get on board a ship of this size. And you want to know what I'm really the most excited about? I'm really excited that I get to go and see Back to the Future, the musical. Now, for those of you who know, I'm a big Back to the Future guy. It's one of my favorite movies. I have all of the little rubber ducks that they're giving out to people. I already have those. I have the DeLorean built in my Lego case over there, and I'm actually getting ready to acquire 2 more of the DeLorean Lego sets so I can complete the series, because you can build it 3 different ways. So I want to have each single DeLorean built the way it's supposed to be. When I was a kid, Marty McFly was the coolest dude around, had a hoverboard and all that stuff. So Back to the Future is one thing I'm definitely looking forward to the most. But I'm also looking forward to seeing Torque. Torque is a new show that's going on in the Aquadome. It's another one that I'm really interested in seeing. And I want to get to experience the biggest ship in the world. I'm super stoked to be able to walk around and film this ship and bring y'all a ship tour. Now, I am on it for 7 days. And I do have a neighborhood balcony. So my room is overlooking the Central Park area. I didn't pay a ton of money for this cruise. Let's be honest. We're talking less than $500 to be on this ship for 7 days. It was a casino offer. Chucky Boy was supposed to go on it with me. He, however, cannot. Tony was supposed to go on with me. He, however, cannot. And last week it has been confirmed and set in stone that Kurt from See Me Traveling is going to go with me. He's going to drive down in his brand new Tesla all the way from Virginia and board the ship with me on the 7th. Now, I'm super stoked about the way the itinerary is set up. The itinerary is set up to where we have embarkation day, and then we have perfect day at Coco Cay. Now, I've been to Coco Cay. I do not plan on spending a ton of time at the private island of Coco Cay. Now, I will get off for a little bit because this is Kurt's first time going there. So I'll get off for a little bit, but I plan on spending as much time on board the Star Prince, the Star of the Seas. Let me correct myself. I plan on spending as much time possible on board the Star of the Seas. Now, there are a few things that I definitely want to see. There's a few things I want to bring to you guys. They have their own bling store. Now, for those of you who never cruised on Royal, we all know of the Effie fine jewelry stores that are on board every one of these cruise lines we get on, right? But Carnival and Celebrity and, Princess. But Royal has their own bling shop from Effie. And for some reason, everyone is taking that infamous photo while holding the gold chalice and sitting in that big suede blue chair. Now, I do plan on taking that picture, but I also plan on maybe acquiring a piece of something from that shop if the fates are good and hold up for me in the casino. I do not plan on spending a lot of time in the casino. Now, you'll see more of it from the ship tour, but you're not going to see a big casino video like you usually do, because I have 7 days to explore the world's largest cruise ship. So I have to take as much time possible, get the ship tour out there, try as much as the included options and eateries as I possibly can. I don't plan on getting a drink package because I'm Prime with Royal, so all of my drinks are included in the casino. Doesn't matter if I'm gambling or not. I can just go right up to the casino bar and get a drink. So I'm super stoked to see all the things that they did different with this ship that they did different on Utopia, right? So there's certain things that are going to be on Utopia that I'm accustomed to that aren't going to be on this ship, like the doghouse. Now, that's very disappointing because for all of you who have Saudi Oasis class ships, you know the doghouse is one of the best hot dog places around, and they have the boardwalk and all of that on the Oasis class. While on the Icon class, boardwalk area does not exist. So there's no doghouse for me. No hot dogs on board the ship. But that's okay, because in a few short weeks after that, I can go to Barcelona, board the Star Princess, and get me a curry dog. I really hope they have those curry dogs. And Chuck will tell you, that was my favorite thing on board that ship the whole time. So, from the ship tour to the included food options, there's going to be videos coming out daily. Don't hold me to it because there might be a day where you get like nothing. But I'm going to be doing a few more pop-up lives while on board the ship. Now, we do go to St. Thomas and St. Martin as well. And I'm picking a port that I'm going to stay on at. And I believe that port is going to be St. Thomas. Because we have perfect day at Coco Cay, then at sea, then we're at St. Thomas, then we're in St. Martin, and then we're at sea, and then back in Port Canaveral after 2 sea days. So I think I'm going to sacrifice one port day, and maybe that port day will be the St. Thomas port, because I've been there twice this year. There's really not much that I would get off to do in St. Thomas. Now, I'm not 100% set in stone. But it's been a while since I've been to St. Martin, so I would really like to get off in St. Martin and explore. Who knows? I might get off in every port and make a video from every port I go to. Who the heck knows? But it's going to happen. Star of the Seas, as much content as possible, as many live shows as possible. We're going to have the infamous sail away from the Lido deck, or maybe from the balcony. But the balcony is going to be a difficult decision to do a sail away from, because you're going to be looking inside the ship, seeing people walk around and all of that. You're not going to be seeing the ocean or anything like that. So I'll probably going live from an open deck. Martin with a super chat.
Awesome! Thank you very much.
I just had to click all the buttons. I was reading Martin's comment, and I let it go too fast. I thought this was free as Haley is sick, but she shows up. She's got her Disney trip. Yeah, so I'm going to get to hang out with Martin and Haley for a little bit in November. I'm not sure if it's 100% set in stone, but they're coming down to Disney in November. So we're going to get to hang out in November as long as it's set in stone and catch up. Controversial Cruising in the house. What's going on, Scott? I hope you're having a fantastic day, my brother. So let's read some of these comments before I keep jabbering on. You will probably have a big burst of energy. At least being on steroids affects me. I always have energy. I'm always full of it. But I think the steroids would keep me up, keep taking them later at night, as I experienced that a little bit yesterday. And I took it earlier today, hoping that wouldn't happen. Being on steroids really sucks. It does, but I'm feeling better, so I can't complain. I need to get out insurance before our Miami in November, and we'll plan to also cover us for when we have the group cruise in July. Now, the thing about the insurance is I really do enjoy the annual insurance policy, because with the annual travel insurance policy that I selected, anytime I stay within 50 miles from my domain, I'm covered. So anytime we go to Orlando and stay overnight, or we go up to Pennsylvania, New Jersey to visit family, it's covered. So I really do like that aspect of the annual insurance plan that I picked through Allianz. And it's relatively inexpensive. I think I pay like $350 for the year. So if you go on 4 cruises a year and you book 4 different cruise lines insurances, it's well worth it, in my opinion, to have that travel insurance on top of that. If you want to book both, that's fine too. No one says not to. But I like the third party better. It covers me door to door. It's a little bit more amazing. But Mike, maybe now you've already seen it. Seen what? What did I see? What did I see? Just the entrance alone of that ship is amazing. My USAA gets me travel insurance plan for $89 a year. That's a great deal. I'll renew mine in January for the year. Don't leave home without it. 100%. The Back to the Future show looks like it would be amazeballs. Yeah, I'm super stoked. And I think the reservation I was able to snag for that is like 9 o'clock. It's one of the late shows. I'm all right with it. I'm cool with it. Not no biggie, you know. Mike, remember when the Back to the Future shoes came out? Lourdes, I do. And right now, you can buy a pair of those shoes for about $28,000. I'm a big sneakerhead. Lourdes knows this because we were on a cruise. Where were we? I think we were in Puerto Rico. And I literally went into the store and I went right to the sneaker section. And I was like, yep, I'm buying those. I want those. I need these. I'm a big sneakerhead. I have a ton of shoes in my closet. And probably half of them never been on my feet. But what can I say? People collect what they collect, and Mike is a sneaker guy. You don't plan on spending time in the casino, but that doesn't mean you won't be in it for a few hours a day. No, so I really don't think I'll be in it for a few hours a day. Right now, I have to, if I was going to spend time in the casino, it would be to level up my status. And it's really not worth it because I don't have any Royal on the books for a little while. So I would be just donating money at that point, right? I'm definitely going to try it out. I got a concept I want to talk to Kurt about and see if he's open for a few things. Speaking of the devil, there he is in the chat. Just laid down for bed after getting home from West Virginia. Then remembered it was Naughty Thursday. Hello to all, and I'm listening. What should I be cautious of being Mike's roomie? You shouldn't have to worry about anything, Chucky or Kurt. Chucky will give you all the information. Chucky and Scott, they room with me all the time. So you don't really got to worry about nothing. You're not on a CPAP machine, so you ain't got to worry about any of that. So back to the story. So big sneakerhead. I got a concept inside the casino. I have an idea on ways to do things. I have a plan and an idea for a big like buy-in and then cash out program type thing. So my concept is whoever I'm rooming with, let's just say I do this in October. We're not going to do it in September because I know I haven't talked to Kurt about this yet either to get his idea or anything. But let's just say I do it in October when I'm with Chuck. I buy in for $300, he buys in for $300, and we spend $25 a spin and try and smack bonuses, and then we split the profit, right? So if we hit a hand pay, we split the hand pay. We split it off 50-50. Kind of like a group slot pool, but just with the two of you. Just to be able to bet the bigger bets. To you know, you want to feel like you're spending a ton of money, but you're really only spending $300 in the long run. More to do in St. Thomas. We will sail on the Star of the Seas in October 2. I am waiting to find those tornadoes they had on Utopia, LOL. Yeah, so you guys go in October of this year. That means we're going to have to connect up, but I'm not going to be here in October. I'm going to be across the seas. The tornadoes are really good. For those of you who don't know what tornadoes are like little taquitos you can get from 7-Eleven. Super, super good. And it was perfect on Utopia. They were right at the food truck. Sorry, Haley is sick. Hope you feel better soon, Haley. Who cares about Stars of the Seas? Psh, Martin's only saying that because he's jealous. He was given 2, if not 2, 3 opportunities to join me on Star of the Seas. And his end of fiscal year is around that time, so he had to bow out. We got the annual travel insurance too, worldwide coverage, 100%. And that's the best thing I enjoy the most. I won't lie, jealous about you going on Star of the Seas, but I'm definitely my cheer countdown for Festivale Transatlantic. That'll be a good one. I'm not 100% sure if I can get on, that sailing at this point in time. But it's not out of the questions. It's a possibility. I usually only buy 2 shoes at a time, 1 for each foot. Dadabetic with the dad jokes. Yeah, I usually buy 1 pair of shoes at a time too, but if there's a deal, I'm definitely grabbing some more. You and my son, Mike. Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. Sneaker stores, I really have to fight the urge, especially when I'm somewhere that I'm typically not, right? Like whenever I go to Italy or let's just say Spain and I come across a Nike store, that's why I usually stay. I'll be honest. Let's do this. When I go to Barcelona, Spain, and I get on a ship the next day, or I get off of a ship and I'm flying out the next day from Barcelona, I usually stay at this hotel called the AC Danagla. It's right there at the mall. It's connected to the mall. And the reason I stay there is because, one, there's a giant Lego store there. Two, there's a Nike store there. And three, they have this really cool store on the lower levels where everything is less than €5. It's kind of like a Five Below, but on steroids. And you can find Disney gear, shirts, hats, bags, socks, underwear, garments, bras, whatever you could possibly think of for pennies of what you would spend back in the States. For a Disney shirt for $5-10 over there would cost you $20-30 over here. So I love staying at that place because there's those three stores that I like to hit. And not only that, they have a really good food court downstairs where you can get hamon, you can get some ramen if you want some Japanese style food. And I know for the people in the group that were with me last year, I took y'all to this hotel when I got off, or did I get off? Yeah, when I got off the Sun Princess last year, I took you guys to this hotel and y'all enjoyed some good meals there and we did some shopping. So I like staying there. And we just finalized flights for October. Now that flight that we were supposed to have, I canceled through JetBlue because they kept making changes. Now the flights for October leave October 2nd at 3:55 in the morning from Miami. So I have to get to Miami bright and early. But I land in Barcelona the same day at like 11 o'clock at night. So by the time I get out and get to the hotel, it's going to be about 11:30. I'll get some sleep, and then I have all day Friday in Barcelona before I board the ship on Saturday out of Barcelona. So we're staying at that hotel that's connected to the mall for this reason only, because Friday I plan on getting up, going downstairs, and just hanging out at the mall all day. Maybe going in and hitting the markets, finding some good tapas, maybe a good sangria. Who knows? But when I get back from the Star Princess, I have a whole nother day before I board the Mardi Gras. That day, I'm going to be going to the cathedrals and all of that stuff, walking the streets, hanging out in the Gothic Quarter, doing a little shopping, a little food, and just enjoying the day before I board the Mardi Gras. Now, the good thing is I can pack up on souvenirs on this trip, y'all. So one big reason on why I am okay with leaving Civitavecchia in Rome and heading into the city center of Rome is so I can come back with a suitcase full of cheese again, because I have a 0 cheese left. And actually, Gay, I was at the Walmart today and I found some imported cheese from Australia. It's Australian Old Croc, extra sharp, and it's made in Australia. And it even says it on the package, imported from Australia. So I was like, I'm going to have to try this. It's an Australian thing. I digress. Anyway, so those are the plans for October. Star of the Seas is coming up real quick. We're a little more than 2 weeks out. I got to start getting things figured out for that ship, figure out what I want to film and all of that stuff. My buddy Kurt's coming in a little early. Now that Saturday before I board is the 6th. That's my daughter's birthday. She'll be turning the big 1-2. And that is the day before I leave. So I typically go to Port Canaveral the day before. Miami is absolutely a day before. Fort Lauderdale's a day before. Port Canaveral depends. Typically I go the day before though. This time I'm not going the day before because it's her birthday. But she did tell me, as long as you're here to celebrate throughout the day, you can leave that night. That's fine. I don't care. No problem. As long as we can do cake before you leave, you can leave. So I might head over that night. Not 100% sure what the plan is yet, but I'm pretty more so leaning towards spending the time with her, getting to celebrate her birthday and all that. Will G is in the house driving and listening. Will G just celebrated a birthday this week. Where'd that go? Where's that at? I don't have it on here anymore, do I? You ain't no other YouTuber out there giving y'all birthday songs. Let's just say I'm the best. You might get Controversial Cruising to show you a nipple, some of his live streams, but he's not going to play Happy Birthday for you. I love shoes, but I have flat feet. 12 thumbs up and 19 people watching. Oh, look at that. We got 18 watching and 12 likes. 6 of y'all are slipping. We had 20 in here until I played the Happy Birthday song. And then, 2 of you popped out. Dan's a shoe guy. Me and Dan have a lot in common. Sounds like a nice store. More cheese for Mike, 100% more cheese for Mike. Kurt, I love that store. We'll talk about it on the Star of the Seas because you're a frugal guy like me. It's a great store. I have a cheesemonger friend who lives/works in Tasmania. I wish I had a cheesemonger friend. Gay probably laughed at the cheese from Australia. Probably. People are probably like, this is what they think. Australia has great cheese. This cheese is crap. Watch her be like, Cracker Barrel's better. I get that cheese at Food Lion here in Virginia. Yeah, so I've seen it before, but I never really have picked it up and said, oh, is this imported from Australia? But now I start doing certain things because the more you interact with people, the more you pick up on certain things, right? So as I'm watching videos on Facebook or things like that, I'll send certain videos to Gay. Like there was one video of a kangaroo who got stuck and his lower region were stuck in the fence. And I was like, can you go help that kangaroo since you live over there? He needs some help right now. But now I saw that today and I was like, you know what? Let me look at that. And I picked it up and I was like, oh, look at that. Imported from Australia. That's pretty cool. Dan's here and he saw that. We know where that's from. We have a niece who lives in that region. Nice. Kurt has jokes. Will G, happy birthday. Thanks. Scott's laughing at the nipple comment. Yes, you do, Mike. You two will be best buddies. Oh, I'm sure. I'm 100% sure. I was able to get the Princess app working and at my credit card so that I could book some of the dinners. Awesome, Doug. That's awesome. It's great, right? Like I find certain things funny because I don't want to just come out and say it. Like there's people out there, block your kids' ears. The kangaroo's balls were stuck in the fence. So it's like, do I really want to say balls or should I try and be a little nice about it? This is why I cannot read messages that come in during the live show. I'm literally going to have to start leaving my phone on the other side of the room because Chuck and Martin are going back and forth in a group chat right now. And that's not good. That's not good. So, but that's the plans, right? Star of the Seas, that's coming up. 2-hour drive for me. I wanted to try and get out there to do a Salloway live from Jetty Park prior to getting on board the ship. I'm not 100% sure if that's going to work out. This weekend we were supposed to be home for Michael's football game, but that got changed. We now have to go to St. Petersburg, which really isn't far. It's about a 45-minute to an hour drive away from the house, close to work, so I know exactly where I'm going. No big deal. Then that next weekend, and this Saturday is my son's birthday. He's turning the big 14 years old. 14 years old. That means I got 4 more years to go till he's an adult. And I could throat punch him. No, I'm just kidding. I love my kids. 14 years old. He's doing really good with this ROTC program. Super stoked that he found something that is like that brings him some type of happiness. So that's really good. So this weekend we'll be in St. Pete, then home for his birthday, and then work Sunday all the way to Friday next week, and then get ready to start packing, baby, because we're a week away at that point. And then, all that fun stuff starts for October. I'll start bringing y'all some goodie videos starting at the beginning of October for all of you that are going on the group cruise, and let's segue into that, right? So there's a few things to talk about on board this group cruise on board the Star Princess. Now, the first thing is October, we board the Star Princess out of Barcelona for the inaugural sailing. and we sail around Europe for 11 days. Now, we go from France to Italy, Italy to Gibraltar, so Great Britain, and then back to Barcelona. Now, the one big exciting thing I want to talk about is we have an inside cabin. Is there a boo? Like, do I have a horrible party noise? Like, boo. Boo. Oh, here we go. We have this. We have an inside cabin. But, there's a but. A big bid just went out to Princess for a balcony cabin. $250 per person more to upgrade to a balcony. But not just any balcony. A cove balcony. So that way I can show you for sure 100% what your balcony is going to look like on board the Star Princess. Majority of the group is booked in cove balconies. So you will get to see firsthand what the room looks like on board the cove balcony. Now, I know there was a few of you that had some concerns about the upper and lower Pullmans and how that works for having more than 2 guests in the cabin. And I can confirm that I had dug some digging around the internet, and I have found that the couch turns into a bed. So if you have 3, you do not have to climb up a ladder to get on board the bed, on top of the bed, on the bed. I don't know why I said on board the bed, but you don't have to climb up a ladder to get on board the bed. Now, obviously, if there are 4 of you in a cabin, rock, paper, scissors it out, and loser takes top bunk. It's that simple. But your bed will flip. Your couch will flip into a bed. So you don't have to worry about anything like that. I know there were a few concerns. And believe it or not, the videos and pictures I've seen, it looks like it's more than adequate enough space for 3 or 4 people in the cove balconies. Now, I do have a little dilemma that I need to figure out because I have 2 cabins booked on board. And the reason my dilemma is because there's 3 of us in one cabin and then there's 3 in another cabin. Not an adjoining cabin. So now I cove balcony to cove balcony. I got to see if I can open those cove balcony doors. I know some ships you're able to open one, but not both. And some, if you open one, then you got to close the balcony so you have no access. So I really decided to upgrade so I can bring that video to you guys and show you firsthand what these cove balconies look like, what the layouts are and all that stuff. Martin, you don't count. You had to be bougie and go on an upper deck. There's a few of you in here that this doesn't pertain to you guys because you're either on the inside or you're in a suite or you're like Martin and decided to be on deck 15 far away from the group. And that's fine too. My son is 20 and almost as tall as me, and he is much stronger in training and powerlifting. Nice. On cruises, I visit the public restrooms to spare my family. I mean, that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. So Kurt's going to use the public bathroom, and I'm going to use the public bathroom. We're 2 dudes. We'll use the bathroom. It is what it is. Bring some poopery. Hannah says your family is truly blessed. The plan was to never stay in the inside room. No, the plan wasn't to stay in the inside room. But if the offer doesn't get selected, the plan is to stay in the inside room. That's pretty much the way that one's going to go. Really not much to do there except submit another bid. And the other bids were a lot more money than the Cove Balcony bids, I can tell you that much. Get out that interior, Chuck. Martin, you pay for it. We have a balcony guarantee, so I assume it will be a Cove Balcony. I hope so, Doug. I hope it would be a Cove Balcony. That would be great. I was able to get a Habana Cabana on the festival for the elite offer. Nice. That transatlantic sounds epic. It's going to be a good transatlantic. I really did enjoy. My first transatlantic voyage was out of Southampton on board the Carnival Celebration, and I fell in love with transatlantics. I just absolutely fell in love with it. So I have to do one. This will be the third or fourth year consecutively that I've done a transatlantic. Don't look up because I will be naked with coffee looking at the glaciers. No, you won't, Martin. No, you won't. It doesn't matter. I'm in a cove, so I can't look up even if I tried. And you don't got to worry about me looking up because, yeah. My camera does not zoom that far, my friend. Yeah, the upgrade. Gay says, well, that's an image I'm uncomfortable with, Martin. Para DJ are on the TA. There's a lot of creators going on that TA. And that's why I'm a little skeptical there, right? Like, I don't know if I want to do that or not. So we'll see. I mean, look, Carnival's been getting a lot of heat with this loyalty status change. I'm getting people sending me videos of fights every day that are popping off on a Carnival ship. So I'm not saying I'm not going to do Carnival. I love Carnival. I'll cruise Carnival any day of the week. But I don't know if I want to go on that transatlantic voyage or not. I'm not 100% sure. We will be touching whales from the cove balcony. That would be pretty epic, Scott. You just have a whale come up. It'll be like Elf. Hi, buddy. Hope you find your dad. You just see a whale come up. Hi, Scott. Hope you see some glaciers. But it's going to be good. It's going to be fun. Either way. Either way. Definitely trying to get out of that inside cabin. Princess has made some changes to Spellbound, so let's talk about that. That's a little disappointing on my end because I really did enjoy that intimate dining experience. You kind of felt like you were part of this small group, and now that's gone. So it's going to be cheaper. They're going to be doing a lot more shows throughout the voyage every day, and, all that fun stuff. I think I will really enjoy it. I haven't been to La Carana, Vigo, or Tenerife, and I have been to Madeira and Grand Turks. So La Carana and Vigo are two of my favorite stops in Spain. Galician seafood in Vigo is to die for, 100% to die for. And I absolutely love both of those ports. So that right there is what's keeping me on the side of wanting to do it. I wouldn't want to go on a TA with everyone who vlogs cruising besides Mike, of course. Oh, thanks, Martin. You're the man, bro. You're the man. Listen, here's my thing, right? Like when World America came out, I was booked on World America. I had a bunch of friends going on World America. 90% of those friends created content, okay? And those friends have great channels. I love each and every one of them. I talk to them all on a weekly basis. I'm getting ready to cruise with one of them. And I explained to him the concept, and it's not that I don't want to cruise with that many content creators. I don't want to cruise with that many content creators who are my friends, because when I go on ships like the Star of the Seas for the first time or the Star Princess for the first time, my goal is to get as much content created as possible to bring that here, because that's what you want to see. You don't follow me for my good looks. We all know that. You don't follow me for my recipes because I don't share those. And the real reason is because you enjoy my attitude. You enjoy my content. You enjoy my comedy, whatever the case may be. You enjoy all of that brings you here. And what brings you here is the content. So my goal is to get out as much content as I possibly can when you have these new sailings. And I know the type of person I am, and as much as I like to entertain and hang out and laugh and joke and have a good time, that I'm going to spend more time pounding beers, drinking drinks, and spending money in the casino than I will on focusing on work. And the goal is focusing on work. I need to create content. I need to create a ship tour. I need to try the food venues. I need to take pictures and write reviews. That's the ultimate goal, right? That's what I want to do. This is the life I want to live the rest of my life. I want to be able to review, travel, and create content for a living. Going on board a ship with a bunch of my friends is a party. That's not working. That is a party. That's a 100% permanent vacation. Somebody thought it was a crapper. Throw that idea down the crapper and just book the festival, Mike. That's what that's telling me. So, Lourdes, there you go. There's your answer. I'm going to throw it all down the crapper. I'm going to book the festival on the transatlantic, and then I might even book the inaugural out of the United States. Who knows? But for some reason, God just said, poo-poo on that. I didn't even touch anything over here. So, but that's the thing, right? Like, I want to be able to create as much content as possible, and it's hard when you have a bunch of friends and you want to hang out and catch up, especially when everyone lives halfway across the country or in another country. So Big Family Expedition is in the house. What's going on? So it's kind of hard when you have everyone all around and all you want to do is party, catch up, and have a good time. I got plenty of videos and pictures from the booze cruise I could show y'all, but delete, baby. Nobody gets to see that side of things. And we're all human at the end of the day, right? Like, as much as we love creating content and putting it on YouTube, we do like to let our hair down and let it fly every now and then. That's why this October makes it perfect, because I can go to Barcelona, even though I'm going with Chuck. Chuck's a good dude. Chuck's one of he's my main pain. He's like, he's that ride or die. I could pick up the phone and Chuck will be here in a couple hours. I have a few select friends that I can do that with. Chuck is one, Scott's one, and Martin's another one. I could pick the phone up and be like, yo, Chuck, yo, Scott, Martin, I need help. I need to get bowed out. I need this. I need that. And them guys, no questions asked, will hands down drop everything and make it their mission to get to me to make sure everything's good, whatever the case may be. So I know come October when I say to Chuck, I'm not doing that, I'm doing this, he'll be cool with it. Or I'm doing this, you can come or you can stay, but this is what I'm going to do. And he'll be cool with it. And in October, it gives me the opportunity to bring as much content to the table as possible for everyone that's going on board the Alaska group cruise, right? Not just the Alaska group cruise, but for everyone that's going to Alaska or sailing on that ship from the States. I get to bring that content. So my goal is solely focused on content. Let's work it. Let's get it out. Let's put it out. So that way you guys can all see everything. And then I do that in October, and then come July, I don't have to pick up the camera and film videos. I don't have to do that. I can sit down and have a conversation every single day with every one of you, enjoy the time together, grab a bite to eat at the pizza bar or a burger or a hot dog, sit down, have a 2-3 hour long conversation, and just enjoy the cruise as we stand off the side of the ship and watch whales, or climb on board the whales we can climb on board the whales too, according to the sticker, but climb on board the whale watching vessel or the Skagway train, the White Pass train in Skagway. It gives me the opportunity to be able to spend time with you guys in July and not have to worry about the content. And that's what I'm looking forward to the most. So I'm waiting on final numbers. If you are on board the Alaska State of Mind group cruise, make sure to go to the link in the group chat and start booking your excursions. Some of them had deadlines. September 15th is the deadline for the White Pass Summit. So if you are going to board the train with us in Skagway and cruise up the Gold Rush incline up into the summit, into Canada, and turn back around and come down, you have to pay that by September 15th. That's when everything gets turned in the Princess, and that's when we're locked in with however many we have, whether it's the 20 that I've already paid or it's 40 of the group. So whatever the case may be, so make sure you're checking out those links. While watching is taken off, everyone is submitting deposits, everyone's submitting payments for everything. I did take the Space Needle off of the link, so if you are going with us on the Space Needle excursion, just reach out to me privately and I will tell you how to send that payment. The fees for that were way too high, and I have to put out my own money to cover the cost of the fees. So I'm already like $160 in the hole in fees. No big deal. So we just remove that off of there because of the fees. And that way I can keep the price the same. I don't have to increase the price on anybody at that point. It makes it smoother and easier and better for everyone all around. Wow Watching's taking off. Space Needle's taking off. Hotel bookings are taking off. I got an email from the hotel the other day. Let's see what it is. They sent me an updated... Where'd it go? she sent me an updated booking spreadsheet. So we have Martin, Haley, Gay, Doug, Leila, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We have 18 confirmed rooms booked at the moment, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With 6 people, 6 rooms, not let's say people, because there's going to be more than people, but 6 rooms arriving on Thursday the 9th. So we're almost at 20 rooms booked already for the hotel, which is really cool. I didn't expect those to take off as fast as they did, but they have. Group excursions are taking off fast. I'm getting payments every day for those. And like I said, on the 15th of September, we are locked in for the Skagway train. Yeah. So there's that. What else? Deposits due by October 1st for WoW watching. September 15th for the train. And then final payment for the WoW watching in February. And then that's about it. I did pick up a big tote today from Wally World to put all of the stuff in for the group cruise. That's all sitting right here. If y'all could see what's in here, y'all would be like, okay, you can ship it to my house and I'll bring it with me. Doug, I hope you're having a fantastic night. If you're still here. He's still here. I hope you're having a fantastic night. I hope you're enjoying dinner. So excited to be booked on those excursions. Yeah, I'm really stoked. They're going to be fun. Everything is basically booked for us now, even paid for our flights. Yeah, I'm super stoked. Oh my God. Whatever floats your tote, LOL. You know what? Here he is with the dad jokes again. And he'll be here for the next 8 minutes, y'all. For the next 8 minutes, Dadabetic will be here telling dad jokes. I feel like I'm late to the game buying a flight. No, you're not. I still haven't booked my flights yet either. But Martin, you got to remember, they're flying in from Australia. So their flights are going to open up a little bit sooner than what we have here. I currently don't think I can book flights out of the States yet. Let's see. I know the last time I looked, the furthest out I could book a round trip for July was like the 9th or 10th. Depart. Let's do flights. Why is this not working? Why is it not working? Hello. Oh, there we go. So what days that cruise get back? You really think I should know? I've been planning this for a long time. So the 9th to the 19th. Get on board the ship the 12th, 19th. So let's see. Yep. Return date for more than 331 days in advance occurs in the past or is an invalid date like February 13th. So February 31st. So yeah, there's no option to book yet. Still too far out. At least for me anyway, flying Alaska Airways, it's still too far out for me. But I did find out that they do have group bookings. So I'm going to call them tomorrow and see what I can do if I can't get a group booking out of Tampa to Seattle, because I have a lot of people who are flying out of Tampa, right? So I got 5 just in my house. Then you got my mom and dad, that makes 7. My grandmom and my uncle make 9. Then Scotty usually flies out with us down here, so that's 10. Kim will fly out down here, that's 11. And then if Chuck flies out down here, that's 12. So if I'm getting 12 people booked on the same flight, there might be a group option. So if any of y'all are trying to fly from Tampa area, reach out to me and let me know. If I can get a group rate, I will. Managed to get a pretty good deal flying in via Vancouver. I looked at Alaska and we just wanted to get in early due to being in the World Cup time. It was cheaper first class. Austin to Seattle, $1,500. Haley won't let me though. Good job, Haley. Don't let them book that ridiculous flight. It's a 4-hour flight and you're going to spend $1,500 to fly first class. Who you think you are? George Bush? Like, come on, man. That's ridiculous. Vancouver to Seattle, I'm sure the flight is up and right back down. Yep, pretty sure it'll be a quick flight. So while we're talking about it, let's roll that beautiful bean footage. Rearrange. But that's it, y'all. That's the weekly live show. I'm flying economy too, Gay. You're not the only one. I'm not going to spend that much money to fly first class to Seattle. Now, this will be the first time the kids fly that far. So maybe do premium economy if the price is right. But as of right now, it's economy because the price just to get over there, we're looking over $3,000 just for the group, my little party, one way. So it's not too bad. It's not the be all end all. Could be a little cheaper if I laid over in San Francisco for a few hours, but I don't want to do that. I want to fly directly in. I don't want to have a layover. I really do enjoy a direct flight. Get in the air, get down, get where I got to go. That's the big deal. It would be around 30,000 otherwise. Yeah, that's a little insane. That's crazy. Haley is over here singing. Yeah, I'm definitely singing too. For some reason, that song just sticks in it. Love yous all. Bye, Lourdes. Have a good night. But it's crazy to think that, in a few months, flights are going to be booked. Hotels going to be sold out really soon, probably in the next month or two. As long as everybody's booked, and I'm cool with that. Premium economy should be fine. Even economy's fine. I flew economy the last time I went to Seattle and had no issues with it. Nighty night, Nauti, and all in the live chat. Sleep well. Kurt, I'll see you in the morning. For those of you who don't know, Kurt is See Me Traveling. Him and his wonderful wife, Marsha, go live every day. And it's a little late, so I'm not 100% sure if they're going to be live tomorrow, but they usually are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern time, so y'all can check them out in the morning. Chuck, tell Haley, let me book first class. Haley, Martin wants Chuck to tell you that you can let him book first class, but Chuck just sent me a message and said, no, do not let Martin book first class. That's a little ridiculous. $1,500 to book first class. At some point, Alaska will fly Tokyo to Seattle, so next Alaska cruise, our Aussie friends could stop over in Japan on their way to Alaska. Hashtag not sponsored. Listen, if y'all want to sponsor Alaska Airlines, if y'all want to reach out and sponsor, we can come up with a deal. We can do something. I got no problem working with y'all. I really enjoy flying Alaska Airlines, especially when I'm flying to Seattle. Just like I like cruising Princess when I go to Alaska. Some of the best in the business, been doing it the most. So yeah, hit me up if y'all need a fluffy, friendly sponsorship. I'll be in contact with y'all tomorrow anyway for a group rate. Don't worry. And if they start flying, Alaska will fly Tokyo to Seattle. That means they're going to fly Seattle to Tokyo. So that means that gives me another another airline to choose from to fly from the States to Tokyo because my watch says Tokyo's real soon. Tokyo's coming up real soon. Will G, good night. All of y'all, good night. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for hanging out with me on another Thirsty Thursday, Throwback Thursday, Throw Punch Thursday. The live is open to everyone, so if there are some of y'all creepers out there and y'all haven't subscribed, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button on the way out. Leave a like and leave a comment if you're catching the replay. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And until next time, y'all know what to do. Y'all stay naughty. Peace.